Okay, so an interesting day in the markets following an interesting night for the election race. Obviously, still yet unknown is who will be sitting in the seat at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue come mid-January of 2021. But the market seemed to find some sort of solace with the idea that it's going to be a very difficult hurdle for us to possibly have a blue wave. So that means basically still having a split Congress with Republicans in control of the Senate and the Democrats in control of the House of Representatives. So that seems to be the most likely scenario, and with that it makes it difficult and becomes a pretty high hurdle for some of the more extreme tax and other regulatory initiatives that possibly could have taken place had we had one. And that primarily was about the capital gains. So you'd had this idea that a lot of the big winners that have run up this year, all those of course being in the technology space seemingly, that they would be sold off before year end to harvest only a 20% capital gains rate in fear that that capital gains rate would go up next year. So of course that seems to have taken a back seat given what we're seeing in terms of the election polls. In addition to that, though, one thing to consider is the fact that this also could then have us not get the type of stimulus package that the market was hoping for, and that obviously is a big negative for the economy. So interestingly enough, again, the stocks that seemed to get the biggest move today, and it was a big move, technology at one point, or the Nasdaq I should say, seemingly both the same thing, was up over 4% at one point. The Dow Jones was actually up about 800 points, or about 2.5% at one point, but then it started to kind of dissipate as the day went on, only ended up about 350 points, or about 1.3%. So clearly the Nasdaq in that tech space garnered a lot of attention, and it stuck throughout the day. The other winners we saw were in the healthcare space. So you had a lot of companies that are in the health insurance space. They had even some double-digit returns there, and that's clearly a play on the potential to not see Obamacare expand, which would be a negative for the insurers. In addition to that, we saw biotech have a nice move, pharmaceuticals have a nice move, medical stocks have a nice move. So tech, fintech, and healthcare all seem to be the big winners today. Very isolated because the rest of the market seemed a bit fragmented. So again, a lot to take in. We saw small cap stocks go negative. Again, I think that's a play on, of course, not getting the big stimulus package. And if we did get something, it would be a smaller package or possibly pushed into 2021. And then emerging markets, which is a play on the dollar dropping, is favorable for emerging markets as well. So they had a real nice day on the international side. So again, lots to take in. We'll be looking at everything. Keep watching the videos. We appreciate you so much, and we'll see you real soon.